Okay, welcome everyone. Everything seems a little slow. We're in Mercury retrograde. Thank you, Mercury, for helping us reflect and review, to slow down and accept what is happening. And thank you for being here today. I'm super excited. Nan Akasha from nanakasha.com. And today we're going to start a 3-day challenge. So anytime that you find it is great. Don't worry about that. However, if you do have the opportunity, do it live. If you don't, it's no big deal. It's here, ready immediately as soon as we're done each day. Also, please notice if you're doing it live, it's at a different time each day. And this is the Manifesting Magic Challenge. What does that mean? Well, I'm attempting to share my screen with you. There we go. I think it's going to work. And let's go ahead and take a peek here. So what does that mean? That means each day we're going to get together and do something deep and powerful, but simple and easy to help you clear your path, clear yourself, your mind, your energy field, your ability to receive, your ability to perceive, your ability to believe that you deserve, that you can have, that whatever it is that you want to manifest. So it's a really good idea to have some paper and a pen and have an idea of what you want to manifest. All right, doesn't have to be anything big, doesn't have to be anything small. There's nothing specific. And when you practice and play with these kinds of things, it's often really fun to play with something simpler and easier to see what the result is. And also, you're not allowed to be upset about the result. In my world, as soon as you start judging yourself, getting frustrated or disappointed, you start worrying you're doing it wrong, or you're not going to do it right, or you won't get it, or you'll lose it when you get it. I've been there. Everybody's been there. Those are some of the things we're going to uncover. And today we're going to say, what is it that I want? And we're going to go underneath it. And we're going to have an opportunity to really understand what is happening and why you can or cannot manifest the things that you want. So these are the dates we're doing them in case you're here live. Tomorrow it's at 6 p.m. Central and Friday at 9 a.m. Central. All right, Akasha here. I'm so happy I get to be your fairy godmother with this. I have been a master healer and a light body worker, and I've had many, many businesses and made lots and lots of money and lost lots of money and bankruptcies and divorces, and I had a daughter die, and I've had businesses crash, and I've been up and down the scale just like you. And like you are probably becoming aware, that was the preparation for this moment on the planet. We're here to live an accelerated moment. So things are falling apart faster. That means things are manifesting. They're appearing to your eye. So remember, manifesting means to make appear to your eye. If you think about that, what does that mean? It means you take something that is not a physical thing. It is not provable with science. It's not tangible with your 5 senses. It is something that is beyond the realm of your day-to-day life, and it is something that you are ready to begin to understand. You are an infinite being with you're barely 1% of you is aware of who you are, because that you are this massive intuitive being. So as we dive in today, like I said, get your pen and paper, and you can start thinking about what do I want? I'm going to walk you through a little inquiry, and I'm going to take you deep into it. So don't get, oh, this is too simple or something like that. When you go through that kind of time when you're like, nothing works, or I've done this before, you're here for a reason. And believe me, the work that I do energetically, the space that I create, like where you are right now, you've entered into the Infinity Healing Chamber. This is a special energetic space that I build, and I teach you how to build, and all of my classes and everything that I do. And what this does is you start to become the creator actively of your reality instead of being at the mercy of it. So I want to invite you Saturday, October 16th. I am doing a 1-day intuitive manifesting retreat. It's half price right now. If you check it out, there's a link below. If you're watching the replay, this is where you go. And if you get on my list, nanakasha.com, or if you email support@nanakasha.com, or contact us in whatever way is easiest for you, and we will be happy to direct you or inform you and help you answer any questions. So the number one question I get about this is, if I can't come live, is it okay? Yes, because what I'm doing in 5 hours is walking you through these, I keep saying 5, these powerful steps to what you will need to do energetically, mentally, emotionally, on every level to tap into the infinite flow and all the solutions that are already here for you. So you're sitting in the middle of a massive and amazing infinite field that's already been carefully designed, because the more you are you and understand who you are, the more you are going to align with these energies. And yes, maybe you've learned law of attraction and you feel frustrated with the idea, or you've learned some of the other universal laws, because there's quite a few of them, or you've been meditating or doing other spiritual work for a long time. And a lot of my clients are this way. They come and they're like, I've been doing this forever, and yes, things have changed, and yes, I'm more aware, but when is it really going to get better? When is it going to be what I want it to be? And when will I know what I want it to be? Because a lot of the people I work with say, I don't even know what that means to be happy, to feel satisfied. I can't imagine myself rich and happy and at ease and healthy and in love and whatever the things are that your heart is currently desiring. So the biggest thing is that you probably don't know what you want really from a soul level. And if you do, it may be still intertwined with some ego desires, okay? So that's the event. Please check it out. Please come and be with me. Now, let's dive into our magical manifesting. I love it. It was 10:10 just as I looked at that. The new way to manifest is different. I talk about this all the time. It comes through. It's a message that just won't be quiet. I've been saying this for years. In one form or another, things are not the same. They're not going to go back to the way they were. Not the way we work, not the way we learn, not the way we interact, not the way we think, not the way we decide. While we're seeing a lot of polarity today, we're seeing more and more and more and more people get to two opposite sides and become very reactive. Either extreme, is the same thing. So lack and abundance is the same thing. Sometimes it helps to think it's the two sides of the same coin. I prefer to think of it like a thermostat. It's a degree. Let's just pick 0 and 100. So 0 is lack and 100 is abundance. And you move your way through the scale, right? So maybe you're at 30. Well, you're more abundant. You're more aware of what's here. You're more at ease. You think or ponder more about what you might have or what you would like to have or how you might find a way to create something in your life, rather than just sitting in, oh, it'll never happen. I'm so frustrated. I don't even want to try anymore. And I understand all these states. So I'm not saying it to make you feel bad. And I want you to go to shop.nanakasha.com and make sure you have the scale of consciousness. There's several free gifts there, very powerful statements. There's the chart of the rays, and there's the scale of consciousness. The scale of consciousness is one of the most powerful tools to see where you are and easily begin to understand, why am I not manifesting? Why do I feel stuck? Why does it seem like I almost get what I want and then it goes away? Why do I get it and it doesn't stay very long? I've made so much money in my life, and sometimes it lasts, 10 years or something. Sometimes it lasts 3 years. It comes and then it goes, and it's epic. Everything goes, big things happen for me, and it's painful and it's scary. And before I had a spiritual an energetic understanding, before I could see energies and read things and communicate with many realms, and I've gone on sacred journeys into many different realms, and I have an understanding of life in a very different way than I used to. I believe differently, therefore my life unfolds differently. What becomes available to me, the people I meet, is different than I would have met if I was still being the person I was in the past. So accept where you are, accept that you're here in this moment to shed that. We're all shedding. So I want you to start thinking about, what do I want? And sometimes it's good to just dump it, start writing. What do I want? What do I want? I don't know. I want more money, and I want to feel better with my energy, and I want more mental clarity, and I want more time for myself, and I want more time with my kids, and I want kids, or I want my soulmate, or I want a different house, or I want to live in the mountains, or I want to live, I want to go on this trip. Just dump it out for me right now, okay? Because we all have things we would like in our lives. Everybody has them. Maybe you were taught to be ashamed of wanting things. Maybe you were taught you don't deserve them, or maybe you were taught and took on the belief that there's not enough. Therefore, if you get what you want, you're somehow taking it away from someone else. A very common belief that's embedded through families, religions, even institutions like school. Guilt and shame and all these things. When you look at the scale, you'll see they're way low on the scale, right? They're way, way low. So what are the, just dump out, I want this, I want that, I want this. I don't want you to edit yourself. I don't want you to try to be spiritual, because what we're doing today in the challenge is we have to see what's here. We have to see, okay, where are we? Is it a mess? Is it cluttered? Are all the doors locked to your manifesting flow, right? Are there boxes and boxes of energy in there? Are there things locked in dungeons, right? What's here energetically? What is here? So you just go, I want this, I want this, I want this, and I want you to pay attention to the emotion or thought that comes up when you say, well, I really would like, $20,000 in the next month, or I really would like $10,000 a month, or I really like, 10 new clients, or I'd really like a raise, or I'd like a job, or I would like a flow of money doing what I love part-time while I create and travel with more of my time. Whatever it is that you want, there's some reason you don't have it right now. And there's big reasons that you may not become aware of. But first you have to get clear of the deep reasons, the deeper, heavier reasons why you're not seeing the solutions, seeing the way, trusting it will be there, following your intuition, your inner voice, listening, thinking, giving yourself stillness time to hear the guidance, and to be able to declare what you want, hold it, feel it, see it. And then you're going to find the blocks, okay? So we all want more money and health and all this, and maybe you've had those moments where things just went boom, 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 and it was magic. I remember when I decided to move from New Mexico. I never thought I'd leave. Very magical place, huge spiritual awakening experience, and my daughter died there. I had her, she died, and then I adopted my twins. So it was a pretty heavy-duty place for me, and I had a beautiful adobe home, and I just loved everything about it. But boom, 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 suddenly, you should go, you should go. And this inner voice was saying, you need to go. And then it was like, well, how? Everything just opened, right? It was like this appeared, this solution, that solution. It was like somebody just cleared the way and whoosh, we moved. And it doesn't mean that if things don't happen in this magical way, if there's struggle, if there's fear, that it's wrong. However, it does mean that you have blocks to it, and you want to address the blocks to it, because you either have an opportunity to release them, become aware of them, change the belief or habit around that block or fear, or you want to listen to it because it's a true soul message saying, hey, this isn't optimal for you. This is based on what someone else wants. This is an ego want. So we're going to get into that for a minute. All right. So now I want you to distill it down to 1, 2, or 3 things and get a little bit more specific. So like I was saying, I think a minute ago, I combined a few of them together. So lifestyle is, where do you want to live? How much do you want to work? How much time do you want for yourself? What kind of people do you want to be around? Designing the ideal environment for your soul, for your truth, and which you don't even know what it is yet. You know a little of it, believe me, but as we awaken right now, it's going to stun you to understand who you are. So that delight that we have, that amazement we have when everything comes together and we can remember those times, it's important to write them down so you can go back and remember them, and you can reinforce that feeling, and you can say, thank you for this, more of this, please. I love this, okay? So then I'm sure you've had the frustrating times. So now that you're designing the next level of what you want, Okay, so let's say that you combine your lifestyle with income and purpose. All right, so these are a big thing, and this is something I love. This is something I'm going to teach you in the manifesting retreat is how to say what you want, how to see it, and how to actually do it in a way where it's going to work, or it's going to show you where you are. So you might find, I want more money, I want more money, I want more money, I keep asking for money, I keep doing this, I believe I want money, but it's not here, and so on and so on and so on. If it's not here, then it's not, you're not aligned with it. It might be there, but you're not seeing it because there's a block. And you might find that you're in a dungeon. You're not even like, oh, here's a box blocking the door to my flow, the solution to this thing that I want. Because believe me, there's a million ways for you to manifest what you want. And be careful. Don't start thinking, well, I'm 5'3" and I want to be 7'2". I don't know. Maybe you can manifest that. But the bigger thing is that you want to align with what is optimal for you at this time, aligned with your highest good, aligned with your soul purpose, and you only know part of that. So you're going to decipher between an ego want and a true soul or heart want. All right, so just be aware that there are these two, and you can be duped by the ego wants and go chasing them and then wonder why things happened a certain way. Everything that unfolds is absolutely ideal. So if you put lifestyle, I want to work doing blank, what I love, all right, part-time, on the beach, with lots of creative and spiritual time and experiences. All right, so I'm putting that one. It's a little bit of a complex one, and I'm going to teach you in the one-day retreat how to do even clearer. But right now, I want you to sort of distill what you're thinking into a few elements. Write it down. So as you're doing this, you're going to notice that you start to have emotions. You might get your stomach kind of scrunches up, right? Or you start feeling some heaviness in your heart or your shoulders, or your mind starts thinking, oh God, what would my mother think if I said I want to make, $300,000 next year? Oh no. Or what would, a lot of it is around what would they think? What would someone else think? This is just conditioning. Don't worry about it. You can change it. But the first step is awareness of it, accepting that it's there, okay? This is very powerful. So, and you might have worked hard and wished hard and gotten it and it didn't stay. This happened to me so many times. I'd manifest everything and then it would only stay a while and it would all go away. I now understand that I was simply cycling through all kinds of experiences in my life to prepare for this moment, to prepare to be me in this moment of accelerated evolution that we're all having. So you might have that and you feel frustrated. So I want you to begin to acknowledge any of those emotions that are coming up. I don't want you to suppress them. I want you to accept them. When you look at the scale, you're going to understand acceptance. So, and Donna, if you're listening, please put the the scale on the slides, and we'll see if we are able to show it. I forgot to do that. And sometimes later you realize, wow, that was the best thing that ever happened, but it was really painful. Like my divorce, like my first business. Boom, $1 million the first year, 3 years in, 3.5 years in, I'm closing it down and get in an accident where they think I broke my neck and I develop panic attacks, and just like, boom, every belief I had fell to the ground in one instant. And it was painful. I didn't know what to do, but it put me on my spiritual path. And now I look at it as one of the greatest things that ever happened to me. So we've all been in this situation, and the way we think and the way we create is completely new. So I'm giving you these steps. because I've been manifesting consciously for decades and I've been able to create a fabulous life. It does not mean that I never have pain. It does not mean I don't have what you might perceive as a failure or emotional angst or anything else. You go through what you're in, because when that emotion comes up, if you try to ignore it and manifest it anyway, you're dragging the energy with you into what you're creating. The pureness of your energy and intent is what builds the manifestation. So this is my house that we're renovating. You can see the pool I designed, and it's nearing completion now. And I owned a lot of houses, and I rehabbed a lot of houses for many years. But after my divorce and my bankruptcy, I didn't think I'd ever own a house. I was terrified of owning a house or even having anything. And I literally created an even more challenging level of poverty, so to speak, lack, because of my fear of everything blowing up, losing it all. It wasn't worth it to me. So last year, when I died from this bee sting experience that you may have heard of, I had a near-death experience, and I spent 2 or 3 weeks in alternate realms, traveling consciously. I don't know whether I was dead. I don't know whether I was simply just at an elevated state of consciousness because I had accepted the death and I had gone through that. But every experience we have is giving us that ability to see more clearly, to understand there's all kinds of forces here to help you. There's support. You're already pre-programmed. You're fully funded for this mission that you're on, and this mission you're on is so important. If you are not you and accept you, you can't meet your soulmate. You're not going to find the most beautiful home that energetically suits you. So when I went through my divorce, I had a huge home. It was like over 5,000 square feet, and it had tennis courts, and it had a playground, and it had a sport court, and it had a greenhouse, and it had a pool, and it was a lifelong dream that I had worked up to. And when I had to sell it, it felt like the most epic failure of my life. And I was working on my energy so hard to get through the pain of that whole experience. And I asked for a divorce, and then you know how that goes, everything falls apart. So, of course, now I understand. I started to say, please guide me to the optimal place for me, this or something better. And in our ego mind, we would say, well, how am I going to get this or a bigger mansion, because that would be better. It's better based on what's optimal for me at this time. Optimal for me at this time, okay? So when you go to the shop.nanakasha.com, one of the free things is a statement that you need to use every day, multiple times a day, to keep aligning you to what's optimal for you, okay? So what I want you to do is understand you're becoming more conscious, whether you're aware of it or not. You're becoming more attuned to energies beyond our physical perceptions. And this opens up infinite realms for us to co-create with. There's already guardian angels and your higher self and parts of your body and your DNA and all kinds of things in different chakras. You have a whole light body, a whole energy field. All of these things play into your ability to manifest. And everything from your happiness, your joy, your spiritual abilities. That's one of the things that really blows my mind, because I had no spirituality, not even any religion really growing up. And so now, after 35 years or something now of pursuing all over the world, studying with shamans and going to mystery schools and learning every healing modality out there, and writing and creating hundreds of online programs and working with people all over in every level, I just love energy. I'm like, oh, it's all energy. Let me look at the energy. And you can perceive energy now. You probably don't even know how well you can perceive energy now. So when we do the manifesting retreat, that's one of the things you're going to do, is heighten your awareness and your ability to perceive, because it's already happening across the planet. So this is my beloved soulmate, and I met him before right when I had asked for a separation, and I didn't want anybody else. He went through my entire divorce and bankruptcy and loss of everything and many years of poverty and stress. And we're still together 16 years later. We got engaged last year, and we had a beautiful Mayan spiritual wedding. This is one of the pyramids that near us where we live now. And I can't tell you how I believed when my marriage was ending that I just didn't really need love. I didn't need a companion. I didn't need sex. I just didn't need any of it. I just wanted my freedom, and I was fine. I was probably going to spend the rest of my life without love. If you felt that way, or you're currently wondering, I think I'm ready for a partner, a true spiritual partner where we live our lives side by side and enhance that, it enhances your life in so many ways. But we get desperate for it or we reject it. So these are some of the things that you're going to find are in the way of manifesting. So because I love finding the blocks and seeing, that's why I do the soul readings and other things, the 5-hour intensive is going to take you through deep processes and 5 steps that you're going to know how to repeat over and over and over whenever you want. Okay, so we've been taught in order to manifest something, you have to be good and do what everybody else wants you to do and work hard and work more hours and get A's and marry the right person and be the perfect mom and on and on and on and on and on. And it's all based on fear and worry and lack, not enough, not enough. Well, if you keep doing that now, you notice it's even harder and you get a lot of pain because the stuff is coming up saying, no, this is not aligned. It's so much easier than you think. So this experience, what I'm teaching you today, what I'm going to teach you in this intensive is unlike anything you've experienced, okay? It's completely aligned to your highest good and to the current energies, what is optimal for you, aligned with your highest good at this time, okay? So I am going to share some incredibly powerful secrets with you. This is right by my house. This is one of the other things that is a blessing to me. It feeds me. Everything that I'm experiencing right now is not because I became mega successful and made millions of dollars. I have, clients everywhere climbing in the windows. All this stuff. No, your life doesn't look the way you think it needs to look when things start to flow. But you start to choose. I love nature. I love ocean. I love lagoon. I love pyramids. I love ancient places. I love the water. I love sunsets. So I just, over the years, kept saying, how do I create that in my life? Without desperation, it starts to work for you. All right, so let's get into our Manifesting Magic Challenge, day 1 to the next step. So I've asked you to purge your mind about, I want this, I want this, I want this, and then to sink it down to one thing or a combination of things that are relevant to each other. Now I want you to look at it and ask yourself, what do I want? You got that, sorry. So next I want you to look at it and ask yourself, why? Why do I want it? And then be quiet. Watch and pay attention to emotions, to thoughts, to feelings in your body, to everything. Why do I want to work part-time on the beach and love myself and make money and have a soulmate or whatever it is? Why? As you're asking why and you're listening, you can write it down, and then I want you to say why again, or what's the feeling or emotion, or who told me I should have it, who am I doing for, who would be happy I did it, who pops up that's attached to this thing that you want. Well, if I have this, then this person or these people will think, or me, I will think I'm good enough. Why do I want it? Who's involved in me wanting it? And what's the feeling or emotion coming up for you? And I want you to take this at least 3 layers, because I've done this exercise in workshops and we've gone layer and layer and layer. So here's an example. Why do I want to do what I love, make this amount of money, and have plenty of time for myself? Because then I wouldn't worry and I could relax. Okay, that might be the first thing that comes up. What's the feeling or emotion under that? I really want to feel peace, right? I really want to not feel stress. Who's involved in that? My parents. I think they would be proud. Okay, I'm just picking things. Then again, why do I want? So what did I say? Because I could relax and enjoy it, right? And not worry. Why do I want to relax and enjoy? Why do I want to not worry? Well, I know that sounds like a duh, but you need to answer that for yourself. And then underneath that is, okay, let's say, why do I not want to worry? Because it sucks all my energy and I'm always tired and I never feel like I have enough time to do what I want. Okay, well, why do I want to have more time and energy? Because then I would feel good and I could get more done and I could probably, I could spend more time for myself, or I could go do this thing that would bring me more joy, or have this creative thing, or follow through, whatever it is. Okay, so you get the point. And why do I want to have more energy and this, and this? So I want you to take this later, take this deeper and deeper. And I've had clients take this for days. I think one client did this for almost 3 weeks, and we were working around money and fears around money and family patterns and that really deep, goopy stuff. And this feels like, well, I just want to manifest something tomorrow. Get off the, I have to have it, I need to have it, desperate, it's got to happen tomorrow. I can't be happy or this, that, or the other until it happens. You've got to release that because you're not in the flow. You're stuck, you're attached, you're carrying heavy stuff, and you're never going to intuitively be guided to the easiest doorway. Remember, the doors are waiting for you where you thought there were walls, and they're only there for you. So when you reach a certain level of consciousness, when you go down, why do I want this? Who made me think I needed this? And when you get to the bottom, you might discover, I don't really want this, or I don't want it in that way. Or I see that I'm only trying to do this to please these people or to feel good enough. And that isn't a true reason for others, because it means you're not following your spirit. Okay, let's go to the next level. I want you to close your eyes and ask yourself, do I believe I can have this? And think about what you're asking to manifest. Do I believe I can have this? And be quiet, listen, perceive, watch, everything. Communication is going to come up from you in so many ways. So what might come up is maybe, or no, or yes, but I may not be able to keep it. Or it might not be safe to have it. Do I truly believe I will get this? Ask yourself that. And while you're watching what happens, when you ask yourself, do I truly believe I can have this and I will get this? This is where you start to uncover the blocks, the fears, the things that you maybe knew or maybe didn't know you're carrying around. And now ask yourself, do I honestly believe that I deserve it, I can keep it, and enjoy it? So while your eyes are closed and you're watching your energy field, you're watching your thoughts, you're watching your minds, maybe you're seeing people, maybe memories are coming up from when you were a child, maybe you're feeling knots in your stomach or heaviness on your shoulders. And deserving it is a self-worth, self-love concept. And it is such an important one for manifesting, because if you're like, I want this, I want this, I want this, can't I have this? What am I doing? I'm trying to get this thing. And it doesn't happen because you have an inner belief that you don't deserve it, that you haven't worked hard enough for it, or you haven't interfered that it will be taken from you because it's happened to you before in this life or another. And believe me, other lives, past lives, parallel lives, other parts of your soul are very important in your ability to manifest. Some of them can help you and some of them hinder you because of what happened. Deserving is a huge block that keeps you from the energy, the thoughts, the solutions, the people, all these pathways that could open you to what's the next best step towards what it is you want to manifest. And then you want to go a little deeper into believing if you can keep it. So I've shared with you that I would build a business, make a lot of money, and then everything would fall apart. And then I would build a business, make money, and everything would fall apart. It kind of happened many, many times. So I started to believe and fear as I was still going out and working hard and finding the next thing and trying to be the best and trying to be good enough and trying to make enough money to be good enough for whoever, right? For people in my life and all these things that I was being driven by before I became conscious and did these processes is, well, I can keep it for a little while, but someone else has to give me permission to have it and to keep it. So I just assumed I'll get it, I'll manifest it, but will it stay? Probably not. And then another level is enjoying it. Do you believe that when you manifest this, you'll enjoy it? I had a client who came to me, we worked together for a few months, and she literally manifested everything she wanted. She wanted her play to go on tour and other things. She was an author and a playwright, and it was stunning to watch how quickly everything tipped for her because she was ready. She had done a lot of the work, and we had to just, take her down through her, cleanse those last fears and beliefs and bring her up listening and finding the path. And then she came to me in tears saying, I didn't realize I was not prepared to have everything I wanted. In fact, I was prepared to not have anything I wanted. So these are the kinds of experiences I've had with myself and my clients over the years that tell me about how manifesting is so deeply affected. You can be working really hard, thinking you're doing everything to manifest something, a new job, a new career, more clients, love, a healthier body, whatever it is, and yet your internal belief could be working against you. You could actually believe you don't deserve it, or you have an ancient fear that it's not safe. I've seen so many people, clients and students, go to other lives and experience when they were killed or imprisoned, usually unfairly and in a very unpleasant way, because someone wanted their money or somebody wanted their land or something. And when they died in that life, they embedded an energy in the soul, which you now can access and probably brought with you, that said, it is not safe to have money. People will kill you for it. People will take it from you. I had a client who went to this incredible life where she was a very wealthy woman in Germany, and it was before the Nazi war, and she was in a small town. She was a widow. She had land and mansions and money, but she was such a beautiful soul. She was like the benefactor for the village. She loved everyone in the village. She did everything she could to help the village, and the village was very prosperous, very happy. The people felt very good. She wasn't in the government. This was who she was. And she loved her life. And the Nazis came, and she buried her treasure, buried her money, and fled the country. And in her life, she never made it back. So she died with not only this anger, frustration, and feeling that it's not fair, or humiliation of losing all of her money and wealth and not having it, But the bigger pain for her was that she wasn't able to help these people she cared about as a family. Her heart was broken. She was like a mother who loses their baby. You can't touch it. You can't care for it. You can't protect it. It's a very painful feeling. And these were manifesting in her life now, and they were preventing her from manifesting what she truly wanted in this life. We had to allow that to come up. So everything we've just done, we're going to take one more step, is to help you start to uncover these things. I want you to look at them, accept them, write them down. This is not going to manifest more pain and fear. It is going to let you finally go, oh, I am carrying this belief. Oh, I do have this resistance. Oh, no wonder every time I get close to manifesting what I want, I do something to sabotage it. This happens to so many clients. They make a lot of money and then something happens, something breaks and it takes it all away so they can't go on that trip that they really wanted. And now all that's happened is that their inner beliefs and energies have manifested into the physical world a limitation and lack. I don't deserve this trip. I don't deserve to take time for myself, whatever it is. All right, so now the final step for today is I want you to keep your eyes closed. You're tuned into what you want. I want you to start to see it, to feel it, to decide you really want this. And now I want to see yourself having it and telling your family about it or someone else in your life who might judge it. So example, Mom, Dad, I'm so excited. I'm going to let you know that I've decided that I'm going to create a life where I work part-time doing spiritual work, and then I have lots of time for art and creativity and meditation and talking to nature and going to pyramids and swimming in the ocean. And I have more than enough money that flows in from part-time clients, and we love each other and we do amazing things. Isn't it great? And most of you are probably laughing or crying at this point because you can't imagine actually sharing something like that with certain people. These people are inside of you energetically and they're preventing you. So I want you to just receive what it is, what's the emotion and thought that's coming up. Now you're going to accept what's coming up. It might be painful, it might be scary, it might be shocking, it might be like, oh yes, of course, I knew that. But whatever it is, don't ignore it. It's no longer optimal for you to avoid it, ignore it, or keep it buried. So you're going to write it down, you're going to think about it, you're going to let it tell you what information is it holding for you. What is it that it is needing for you to accept so that you can move to a higher level of receptivity, perception, and belief in being the manifester of your life? All right, so I was doing a little bit of light body work on you. I'll walk you through it as we close. Please feel free to come back, take longer in each of these steps. And I will see you tomorrow for day 2. We're going to do another deep process, completely different. So enjoy this. Come and join me. Go to shop.nanakasha.com or nanakasha.com / forget what it is here, manifesting, intuitive-manifesting-retreat. Not the most friendly thing, but we can do it. Come join me because we are going to have a stunning time on Saturday going through these steps. All right, close your eyes if you have opened them. Take a deep breath in. I accept into my heart, mind, and being this truth and all that has been revealed to me. Blow the breath out with that intention. Acceptance means forgiving, transcending, coming into harmony, and compassion. Take a deep breath in. I am ready and willing to accept the guidance from within that is aligned with what is for my highest good to manifest this or something better. Send it out with your breath. I activate the light body at optimal speed for you at this time. I activate a violet cleanse, calling on the violet flame and asking to cleanse away instantly all that keeps each of us from our divine plan, path, power, and manifesting guidance. Feel, sense, and receive the violet flame. And now see the sun. Open your heart, your mind, your inner eye, your true self to the sun, to the great central sun, to your solar plexus, to our sun. The gold light pours down on you. I accept the gold ray, the light that aligns me with my divine path and the infinite field. I accept that I am an infinite, intuitive manifester. I am designed to create my reality, and I already am. I'm ready and willing to release the old, past pain, parents, and programs, and to accept the ease and grace aligned with my truth towards what is optimal for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Relax, and now take one more deep breath. I am an excellent receiver, and I am a clear and open channel to my highest good. Feel the gold ray and the sun over you, around you, bathing you. Drink it in. It is rich, it is healing, it is enlightening. Feel yourself relaxing and becoming a clear and open channel aligned to your highest good, and trust it. This will reveal on your path what are the ego wants, what are the people, what are the negative low states and emotions that are blocking you from knowing what you want, believing you can have it, and finding and seeing and receiving the next steps. Thank you for spending this time with me. This is Akasha, Nanakasha at nanakasha.com, and I look forward to seeing you in the Manifesting Retreat, in the Intuitive Awakening course, or in a soul reading perhaps. Whatever it is that your heart is calling you to, go into it. You'll either find out that it is not actually what you want, but underneath it and going through that, you will discover what it is that you truly are ready to have, and you're going to allow yourself to pulse, to vibe, to connect with, and doors will open and people will appear and things will manifest like this beach home in ways you would never imagine. But the big key to me manifesting this at this point in my life was last year. I had this experience. I let go of death. I went into other realms. I'd already done this. I'd already traveled realms. I already understood energy, but it was a difference in saying, oh, I'm not even thinking I might want that now because I used to not want it, or I used to not think I could, or I can't see how. If you're letting I can't see how, or I don't know how, or I don't have any more time to try, that is not the way the new world is being built. It isn't on, I need to see it. It's on, oh, it's there. I'm one with the infinite field. Now, how do I find it? Where, what is in the way? What's the next doorway? Inflow, inflow, inflow. May this circle be open yet unbroken. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this divine connection, clearing, cleansing. Thank you for taking us on this manifesting journey and aligning us each with our truth, our mission, our purpose, and the wealth and riches, spiritual, material, in love, self-love, and all levels of optimal I am ready, and I walk today in my truth, open and receptive to this guidance. Magic is all around me. Magic is possible. I'm ready to see it, receive it, and live it. Enjoy. Let me check quick in on you guys. Hi, Josie. Wow, amazing. Oh, good. Ocean Goddess. Hi, Earring Tags. Hi, Sitara. I can't see the screen. Oh, thank you, angels. Love frequency. I'm ready to divinely manifest. Hi, Jennifer and Donna. And oh, wonderful. Hi, Sybil. Oh, this is so fun. Hi, Nalani. Oh, I'm so glad you came, even though it's almost midnight. What a wonderful way to go to sleep. Good morning, Precious Jewel. What a fabulous name. I'm from Malaysia. Oh, wonderful. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Share this with whoever you want, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.